Yes, in just 2 days, most schools will be reopened, and I'm sure most students are fully supplied for this new academic adventure. But if you don't think you're mentally prepared for Monday morning, don't worry. Today's magazine will put you in the right frame of mind. Coming up, tips on how prospective sixth form students can have a smooth and successful transition. Then, we give you pointers on how you can overcome some of the challenges you will encounter when school begins. Stay right there. You don't want to miss any of what's planned for you in today's edition of Jamaica Magazine.
Yes. The official start of the 2015-2016 school year is upon us and everything is in place. Tune into a national broadcast from the Education Minister, Reverend Ronald Thwaites, on schools' preparedness and the way forward. That's a national broadcast by Education Minister, Reverend Ronald Thwaites, this Sunday, September 6 on this station.
Moving on to sixth form can be a bit daunting at first. If you're one of those students who are nervous about starting up a school on Monday, we have prepared some important details to get rid of your fears.
We've all been there. As our academic careers unfold, we have many transitions, from basic school, then to primary school, and then to high school.
College is usually the next step, but wait, there's another shorter transition between those main high school years and the university campus.
Sixth form is considered as that transition period. It is a period within which the students are moving from a kind of school feeding type of education to one where they now have to do more critical thinking, they have to do additional research, and they have to pretty much function at a different level as they prepare themselves for the next stage in their education. Students are actually exiting secondary level at a younger age, some at age 15, some at age 16. And in accordance with our regulation, there would be 2 additional years that they should really be within the school system. And so the sixth form program provides those 2 additional years for the students to develop the level of maturity that is required for them to move on to tertiary level institutions or for them to move into the world of work.
But apart from developing your maturity, sixth form is where you prepare to sit those critical CAPE subjects.
After sixth form, I would like to go to the UWI Mona to study medicine, and UWI requires CAPE, so that is why I really want to do CAPE.
And before you even get to university, the CAPE program will allow you to develop critical thinking and leadership skills because you're most likely to be selected to be student leaders for the lower school.
I was a prefect at the Edwin Hallin High School, and from the CAPE program I've learned leadership skills, and along with being a prefect I've learned to be on time, punctual actually, right? I've learned to be punctual, and along with that I've been a peer council coordinator. I've been the project manager for the Key Club.
It is very important that as students are being prepared to become adults, that they are fully rounded in different areas. And the academics, while it is extremely important, it is also very important that they are involved in some kind of cultural or socially related activities, sports included, for their development.
While I was attending the Portmore Community College, I was involved in female football team, cheerleading, as well as drama. But doing these extracurricular activities, I was nervous. I didn't know to manage my time. But as time goes by, I know also do the most important stuff first.
But despite the various opportunities that you can receive from the sixth form program, the transition can be difficult to navigate at first.
Well, I'm extremely nervous about sixth form. I know that I have to put in extra work, because it's not that easy as CXC, as everyone is saying. But I'm kind of looking forward to it.
So if you're like Gabriel and you're feeling the nerves, fret not. You have nothing to worry about.
Now, sixth form is sometimes seen as a status symbol. So if you're in sixth form, it simply means that you would have done exceptionally well. So it is a time when our students should settle down, they should relax, and they should work as hard as they possibly can.
For those who are nervous and don't know what to expect, overall, I would say that CAPE is actually a very good program. It prepares you for university and it prepares you for life on a whole.
After doing our 6, I would say try it. It's very exciting, it's new. It will take you to the next step of your career because you know most universities requires CAPE. So it's very good. I enjoyed it.
If the sixth form program is what awaits you this September, embrace the opportunities it has to offer. All you have to do is have an open mind, work hard, get involved, and manage your time well. All the best.
Stand up and get in the race.
I can become the master of my destiny.
Step up your stride, make we work like a harder. Do it like Veronica, more than a supper.
We can rise above the challenges and shine.
Was with passion in your heart. Make a plan and stop all the idling. You think I saw? We reach out the edging. I can, you can. Like our Olympians, every Jamaican can.
Students need to be physically prepared for the new school year, but being mentally prepared is just as important. If you are not prepared to overcome the various challenges that will come your way when school begins, here are some tips.
The Ministry of Education has recognized that education is not just about being book smart. Developing street smart or well-rounded children is also at the core of its mandate. Through its Health and Family Life Education program, children are taught about interpersonal relationships, life or survival skills, and how to manage their problems.
Through our guidance program, we teach children also personal development, inter and intrapersonal relationships. So we seek to give the students the requisite skills to manage themselves and the challenges that they'll face.
But the school has long recognized that it has to partner with the home. A parenting policy and program which seeks to assist parents in raising well-rounded children have been developed.
A lot of our problems now are coming from the children's inability to cope with some of the stress that is coming from the home. So we ask our parents to recognize that there is a gap between themselves right now and the children.
Some children are hurting because they do not feel loved and wanted by their family.
That needs to change.
Exactly. Let them know you're happy to have them around. Even if you as a parent or guardian is having financial problems or otherwise, talk to the children. They'll understand, don't it?
Yes, miss.
What we are saying is that our parents need to be listening to their children. They need to be using their eyes and their ears. Look at the change in behavior. Are we talking to the children about what is happening to them as they grow and develop?
Talk about their day, from the person who ate pencil shavings to the bully who tried to pick a fight after school. Development changes that take place within their bodies should also be discussed.
Question: when it's gonna be my time to shine, I gotta get what's mine. When it's gonna be a little shine for me. Lyrics and flow are circle the city because my full of versatility.
It's very important to manage your stressor, and support is very, very important in managing a stressor.
More time just tease me, and more time I just pay it no mind because I know what is right and I know myself. Don't have to cry over anything they say. What they say just goes in my ear and it comes out next. I don't business what they say about me. I know who I am and I'm true to myself.
Talk to someone you trust, your parents, teacher, pastor, or friend.
Because talking about the problem helps them to deal with it effectively and also helps them to feel better.
No, I don't feel sad when they tease me. I go to the teacher. And then be brave and don't be afraid of them, miss.
Take a break from your regular routine.
go for a ride somewhere, go and do something that you enjoy, and this will help to break the monotony and help to relieve some of the stresses that you are undergoing.
You can also play or exercise. Physical education or PE class is a good way to relieve stress. Listen to music. Do something that you enjoy.
No, son. A verb is an action word.
Parents need to become more involved in their children's education.
Parents are the first and in many cases the most important teachers.
Read with your children. Review their schoolwork. Visit their school.
Tapping and rapping and slapping, I said.
Nice! High five! Woo!
A good education will never decay.
More some water with you, please.
Water gone.
But me need water for cook. So how me go wash?
Let's weather the drought. Start conservation measures today. Check for leaks around your house. Opt for shorter showers over long baths. Reuse water to water plants and lawn. Watch the amount of water you and your family use. Try cooking methods that don't require much water. And if you have a vehicle, avoid washing it regularly. Remember, water is as important as the air we breathe. So conserve our water, conserve our life.
Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved.
Yes, being involved has many benefits. For this school year, why not join a club, volunteer or learn to play a musical instrument? This next feature will show you how doing just that can make you a more rounded and happy student. Have a look.
One good thing about music, when it hits you, whoa, I say one good thing about music, when it hits you,
And that's exactly what's been happening to the kids we've encountered. Children as young as 3 years old have been bitten by the music bug.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Music, it's everywhere. It's used in all aspects of human existence, so it's no wonder children would be drawn to it.
Music specifically is a great way for them to learn new things, to not just about music, but just about also social skills, being in a class.
Knowing new music.
And knowing new music, that's right. And also to appreciate different types of music, get an exposure to that at a very young age. That's why they're here.
Instructors at the Music House have a firm belief in the power of the art form.
I think music is a very important part of anyone's life. It can help with other parts of cognitive development, as well as it's a good way to have another alternative in terms of a career, bringing enjoyment to yourself, just the relaxing aspect of it, as well as sharing music with others.
The discipline of learning an instrument on your own, the intense concentration can only be of benefit. And it must be good for the brain. And in fact, it has been proven to be excellent for the brain.
Many parents are of like mind.
Music House has done wonders. You know, it also helps her to be a braver person, a more outgoing person as well.
I would like them to be more rounded individuals and to sharpen their musical skills.
I thought it was very important for him to learn how to play a musical instrument. I'm from a family that's musically inclined. Although it skipped my generation, I wanted him to learn to play a musical instrument.
Instructors at the Music House have also been using music as therapy for children with special needs.
dancing. Dance 'cause we are free.
Edna Manley College's junior department has that covered. Since 1966, the School of Dance has been tapping into and nurturing the moves of little ones as young as 3 years old. Trained teachers and teachers in training instruct 120 children in several dance forms, including ballet, traditional, jazz, dancehall, and modern techniques.
Because the School of Dance has history. The School of Dance has a legacy and a tradition of excellence. We are in the business of educating teachers in dance, and so therefore we understand the process, the teaching and learning process of educating our young in this art form. We are an institution that is geared towards the development of the individual, the whole individual. And so therefore, they're not preparing for just a concept, we're preparing them for life.
The parents agree.
My reason for bringing my daughter here is twofold. One, I thought she needed to do some extracurricular activities. And two, for me, Edna Manley is the only national dance school in the Caribbean. So I thought it would be the best institution for me to have her exposed to.
But most of all,
I love to dance and I want to learn new things, make new friends.
so parents, the next time you are thinking of what other co- or extracurricular activities you can get your children involved in, remember,
our emphasis is on sharing the music and not necessarily on exams. We do not believe in exam pressure, and so there's more fun. And we've found that to be very successful.
And allows for them to develop their memory skills, their physical skills, concentration skills, their people skills, and it has the ability for fun. They're not only creating and being creative in an environment with a teacher or a facilitator, but they're having fun doing it. And you find that our children enjoy that process tremendously.
Goodbye again. We'll see you next week.
this has been the Arts Page.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye again.
I say be careful what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to my sister. She could be the next Prime Minister.
Sexual abuse is always a very difficult thing to confront, particularly when the alleged victim is a child. Parents, if it is that you suspect that your child has been sexually abused or is in a vulnerable set of circumstances where an abuse may occur, we encourage you to have dialogue with your child. Take the child to the pediatrician who normally attends to the child. If there is no such pediatrician, take your child to the clinic, to the hospital, to some medical practitioner who can do an assessment for you. It's very important as well that we don't just look at the physical side, but we also seek to find the kind of psychosocial support that a child may need. Does the child need a session with a counselor? Does the child need to speak with a pastor who is used to dealing with these issues? Does the child need to get that ongoing psychological support to assist with the healing process and also to assist the child in becoming strong enough, as it were, to deal with the various processes that will follow once it is that you suspect an abuse has occurred? If it is that the child actually discloses when you engage the child in discussion that yes, mommy and daddy, I was abused, we encourage you to entertain the child, to listen to what the child has to say to you, and to take it very seriously. So we really urge you to have those discussions and to seek guidance in terms of, do I speak to the police about this, which we always say you have to, because once a child has been sexually abused, it's a criminal matter, and it means that once at all possible, the child should be assisted to go through the processes so that the perpetrator can in fact be held accountable. Support your child and let them understand in very clear terms
that they are not the cause or the reason for this abuse having been perpetrated. But the most important element is to support them, get them access to the services that they need, and give them a chance to have you give them that listening ear. For these tips, and of course any other information that deals with children, that is anyone under 18 years, please feel free to contact the Office of the Children's Advocate. We're at 72 Harbour Street, downtown Kingston, and our numbers are 948-1134, or website www.oca.gov.jm. Thank you.
Watch what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to me sister, cause she could be the next Prime Minister.
How well do you know your child? What he or she likes or dislikes? Favorite food or color? How about who their friends are? Make the time. Get to know your child. It helps to build their relationship. Makes it easy to keep them safe, and it helps their development process.
On the board this week, the Ensom City Gospel Chapel presents a benefit play entitled The Bitter Pill at the Shortwood Teachers College Auditorium located at 77 Shortwood Road, Kingston 8. The show starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Admission is only $1,000, so come out and enjoy. And that's all we have on our notice board this week, but feel free to send us your events for broadcast on the JIS Community Notice Board. Call 922-868-022 or send an email to sclark@jis.gov.jm.
We want a productive Jamaica. We are not productive Jamaicans. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity.
Productivity, Pathway to Prosperity. A message brought to you by the Jamaica Productivity Center, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. Ahead of today's summit to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the Petro-Caribe Agreement, Energy Minister Philip Paulwell asserted that rather than being threatened, the deal could be broadened.
Under the current regime in Venezuela, I am confident that it's going to be sustained and even deepened into a new concept of an economic zone embracing all the member states.
Petro-Caribe Agreement allows Jamaica to purchase oil at market value from Venezuela, but on preferential conditions that have benefited the island's development. Government will soon be signing an agreement to develop a 10-year strategic plan for advancing healthcare services in Jamaica. The proposal has already been approved by Cabinet and the Inter-American Development Bank, which will be providing the $250,000 needed to fund the plan.
And the agreement was recently reviewed and signed off by the Attorney General's Chamber. We are now at a stage where we will shortly have a signing of the agreement to develop the 10-year strategy, which will be guided by a multi-sectoral group to be established.
The The health minister made the announcement on Wednesday at a press conference to announce the findings of a comprehensive audit of the regional health authorities. It identified inadequacies in several areas, including infection prevention and control, the provision of pharmaceuticals, equipment and other medical supplies, as well as major defects in infrastructure. Meanwhile, government has issued 47 contracts valuing $3.8 billion to buy and supply pharmaceuticals for public health facilities over the next 2 years. This will ensure that over 700 items on the Ministry of Health's vital, essential and necessary VEN list will be available to people using public health facilities. Those using the National Health Fund's drug serve pharmacies will also have access to the items. The withholding tax on specified services took effect on September 1. Under the new regime, 3% withholding tax will be applied to invoices valuing $50,000 or more on specified services. Withholding tax is an amount deducted from an employee's wage or the invoice for services provided. That amount is then paid over to the government. Amidst the ongoing drought, government is actively pursuing a plan to ensure that Jamaica has a sustainable water supply system.
I have already gone to the cabinet with the appropriate team, and very shortly we'll make public announcements as to the future of water and how we'll treat it, bearing in mind that the projections going forward is that things will get worse, not better.
10 farmers groups from vulnerable farming communities in Clarendon, St. Thomas, St. Anne, Manchester and Trelawney have been provided with hand tractors to boost their productivity. The 22 hand tractors were donated by Food for the Poor as part of the GOJ Adaptation Fund program.
This synergistic relationship between Food for the Poor and the ministry can only help to deepen the impact of our efforts as we leverage our resources and we work towards enhancing the resilience of the agricultural sector, thereby contributing to economic stability, livelihood, security, and sustained development of the country as a whole.
And finally, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says 20 schools will be removed from the shift system starting Monday, with another 12 targeted for removal later in the 2015-2016 academic year. The minister will update the nation on this in a national broadcast this Sunday. Among other things, the broadcast will speak to the fact that the results of the latest Grade 4 literacy test indicate that the country has achieved the target of 85% mastery of literacy by 2015.
This means that 100% mastery by the age cohort has been achieved. That's when we discount for the 15% of students who have learning disabilities and who will receive special attention.
And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolf.
This is one time we don't want you to laugh.
Staying safe on the road is a serious thing.
Mr. Taxi driver and bus driver, take time, man. People, so one-stop driver and come off.
Cyclists, motorcyclists, pedestrian, all road users using the head.
Only if you use cell phone and drive. No, man.
Idiot thing that.
Road safety is no laughing matter.
Because we want you to be around
and laughing with us for a long time.
A message from the National Road Safety Council and National Health Fund.
Unfortunately, we have come to the end of today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. But remember, you can rewatch our show on our website, jis.gov.jm. You may also send us a tweet at JIS News or email us at jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. I'm Adrian Atkinson. All the very best for the new school year. And until next time, do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.